What's happening, everybody? As you can see, I am at the wonderful Dungeness. And over there is an absolute bellend that's got his tripod. That being my little brother T. Lighthouse, power station. Today we are fishing where we call behind the boats. We're not going to be quite behind the boats. We're going to be, well, probably pretty much in line with us. We are cod fishing with the best cod food on the planet. Yellowtail lug. I was going to say you can carry them. I was going to say fresh, but they were pumped last night by the wonderful Ken, Darren, and Darren's boy, Caden. I'm sure it's Caden. Might be Jaden. I'll have to have a look. I'm sorry, I forgot. Tannis has got a bucket. I've got a bucket. But what they need doing is they need fresh water and they need sorting out, because tomorrow I'm going to Chesil Beach. Again, cod fishing. Down you go. Why am I fishing Dungeness when I've made loads of Dungeness videos and all I ever do is moan? Well, let's walk and talk. The reason I'm at Dungeness is because I've been away all weekend with the wife for a birthday, and over the last few days there seem to have been quite a few codling caught in and around Kent. Even some up the river where I live, even some up the Medwell, the Swale. I'm only talking ones and twos, I'm not talking like everybody's having a fisher chuck, but there's a few cod around in Kent. I had to come all the way down this way today to pick up bait. I've got about 10 score of yellowtails here for me and T today and me and Steve tomorrow. Plus I've got another 30 score in the van for the tackle shop, but they're wrapped and rolled. So I was coming down this way anyway to pick up bait. So where better to fish than the world famous Dungeness? Plan is today, big hooks, big baits, and that's that. What else is there? I don't think I've got any rigs made up. So today really is going to be a day sorting out the gear, ready for tomorrow. Probably make up a couple of rigs on the beach because I'm not going to have time to go and see Gavin. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will bring you guys back when we're set up and maybe we go through some of these. Right, rigs on. Just a very, very simple rig, a pulley pennel, which we've all seen before. I want to cut the worms, but I don't want it. Oh, do you know what? There's one big, lovely, juicy worm. And there's another big, lovely, juicy worm. That is going to make an absolute mess. I didn't bring a rag, but again, I don't do the washing. Let me just have that big tag end off, because that will be a bit of a pain on these. I can't believe there's no one else here. 20 years ago, this would have been packed, this beach, even on a Monday. Even on a Monday. See, some of these worms have started to blow, but that's not too much of a problem, because as long as they don't go rotten, they can still be wrapped and rolled, which is what I shall do today. I'm going to sort all these worm out into still good, and like that one still be good, maybe. Either way, the flavours and the juices that are coming out of this, oh, it's like a full-on roast dinner. Now I am only fishing for cod, or maybe even a bass, so that's where I'm using big hooks. I know a lot of people say you don't need big hooks. No, you don't, but it also helps keep the smaller pesky fish away, which again, it will never work completely, because what I've fished for cod with 8/0 hooks and I still get plagued by whiting, and that is another reason I am here during the day, because the whiting count will be less. You won't stop them, but it will be less. I'm also going to be lazy, and I'm not walking down the beach. I'm going to cast from here. I'll leave the camera on so you guys can see me blow it up, take the piss. Ah, lovely backdrop. And that actually blows. Bosh! Didn't even blow it up. Lovely. Run back on itself. Because I have the reels running pretty slow, to be fair, because I ain't the world's best caster. And I'd rather have the reels running slow than too fast. Oh, how I miss this. Lovely. It's a monster tide today as well. We had that big super moon last night. So I'm expecting a bit of tide one. We're about 2.5 hours after that. I think low water was about 7 o'clock. Yep, well, I've got an eye missing off that rod. Completely missing. Send it. Right, before I do that though, I've got a rod out, I'm fishing. I'm going to get these worms sorted out because I really don't want to waste them and ruin them. God, look at the state of that box. Love it. Let's go and get some water in my holy bucket. No, let's put these worms in this bucket. Right guys, I'll bring us back to cod, won't we? Yep. That I'm going to, right guys, I'm going for this worm. So these are the ones that have all sort of gone, or they're looking a little bit dodgy. And these are obviously the good ones. You can tell when they're good because they normally curl up, the yellowtails. They just go like little curly swirls. So as I'm pulling them out of this bucket, like that one's all gone long and stretchy. Still bloody good bait, don't get me wrong. But like that one's still full and he's half curled, so I'm putting them in there nicely. You have to be very, very gentle with these because all you got to do normally is look at them and they go, no, that's it, I've had enough, and blow. And then they need wrapping, rolling, like blacks or yellowtails, before you use them. But they're just spot on, absolutely spot on bait. I've obviously got half a builder's bucket to go through. I think there's about 120, 150 worms in here, maybe more. Well, like, that's another good one. But like I say, they're very, very fragile and they don't like being mucked about too much, don't like being pulled around. They are very hard work if you're if you're not set up for them. Like I've seen some of the tackle shops, especially up north, and they get them, they have them in trays and they're all pumped fresh water through them and they're kept nice. They can keep them for quite a while. But for someone like me, who in a few hours is just going to chuck this bucket in the back of a transit and drive home like I stole it, then it's not as easy. Like, as a lovely worm. But they're like, if I had to choose a cod bait to go cod fishing with, unless I'm going to like the Bristol Channel where I'd want some lovely fresh crab, I would take yellowtails over anything. I really, really would. Like fresh outs. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one, and they're shit. But I say they're rubbish. They are brilliant. And in fact, that's a good one. But see, he's like puffed his lips out, so he is ready to go. They're not what you want to go in there. You want this water nice and clean. You don't want it bloody like this water, all red and horrible. You want it clean like that. And again, before I go today, I will get another fresh bucket and tip this out and put that in. And Steve tonight, Maddie Man, is actually going digging for rag for us tomorrow, because once we finish at Chesil tomorrow, we're going to go and fish on Southbourne Beach tomorrow evening. He's going to go and get us some rag, so he's also going to bring me home some nice fresh water. So you see there, I don't know if you saw that, but he sort of puffed his lips out, if you like, and then put them away again. So hopefully it'll be all right. I remember, I don't know, a year ago, maybe year and a half ago, I had somebody comment on my video saying that we always had the best bait, and why don't we catch more cod? Well, the reason is they're just not there anymore. Places like Chesil, I've seen quite a few come up with Chesil this last weekend. But they're nothing massive. They're all sort of 3 and 4 pounders. They're not big like they used to be. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, people would come down here and have 2 20-pounders off this beach right here, and it wouldn't have been nothing special. Like nobody would have bet. Yeah, well done. You had a couple of cod. Good for you. Now I actually would give my left bollock for a 20-pound cod off this beach, because I don't need them anymore. I've had 3 kids and I'm done. So honestly, I honestly would give somebody my left bollock for a 20-pound cod off this beach in 2025. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Look at that for a worm. That is just sexual, isn't it? Oh. Absolutely amazing. Right, I'm going to get through all these guys, and I will I'll bring you back in a bit. Still sorting out worms, but Teabag has got the first fish. Spoiler alert, it's not a cod. For such a small fish, that'd give a bloody good bite for itself. Look at it, look. The fish with the hook and the bait. Incredible. Well done, mate. First fish, first chuck. Well, literally, I've only turned the camera off sorting these worms out for 30 seconds before he had that bite, so lovely. Right, guys, I brought you back. I'm doing a bit of rig making. I've got 5 rig bodies there made up for pulleys. I'm just doing the hook links. I just thought, I don't know, I don't really talk about rigs much. And obviously I mentioned Gavin's rigs because, well, he basically sponsors the channel, so that's what I do. But I never obviously make them myself anymore. I haven't done it for a bloody long time. I hate it. But I've seen some people and they go on about, oh, they measure it out and they're using this and they're doing this to 2.5 inches. And do you know what? I just pull off a bit of line and think that'll do. And then normally, if I'm doing pulleys, I'll make them in batches of 5 just because it's easier. And I'll need at least 5 for tomorrow. So I've literally, tell you, that's a bloody good bite, that was. I reckon we might have got that on camera. That was a proper pull down. That was not a little bass. That was a. Tell you got a bit of slack there. Wind it up. That could be a bit of bass. It might have. It might even be. I don't want to say it because I haven't caught one yet. But that might have even been the magical fish. Might have even been it. Just give it a sec. Keep your eyes on it. I'm going to get back to talking rubbish about these rigs because I hate rigs. So yeah, so literally then I've just cut off 5 hook lengths that are going to fit my pulleys, and then I'll tie the hooks on and then tie the hook lengths to the rigs. Now my rigs consist of, it's not called a line. I buy Asso Classic in 80 pound in bulk spools, and it's far too big to carry around, and I use this shock leader on my reels as well. So I just transfer a load onto a smaller spool, which this spool is split as you can see because it's pissed. And then that'll fit in my box. I do use tapered shock leaders on my fixed ball reel, but I use normal leader on my multipliers. And then that's what also I used to make my rigs with. And then for hook lengths, especially for cod and for smooth hounds, and again a lot of people probably disagree, but I always use Amnesia, and this is in 40 pound. Just because I could stick a 25 pound hook length on, or maybe even a 20 pound hook length, and it'll be fine for a 2 or 3 pound cod, or even a 5 pound bass, or even a 5 pound cod. But dragging it over stones, it'll get a nick in it here and there, and I don't want to keep having to change it every time I cast. So I'll just go with 40 pound, and if it gets a little bit scratched up, it'll still be fine. Now I'm not saying I'd want to risk that on a 30 pounder, but come on, we know what are the chances of that. And then hook choices for tomorrow, for today, for these rigs. What I've got in here is, we don't want saltwater champions because they're too small. I've got some 2.0s, no, they're definitely too small. Oh, look at these. I've been keeping these for a long time. These are old school. The original Coxon Rule uptides. 99p. They're about 54 quid now for a packet of these. Look at that. I'm not using them. I'm going to keep them. They're going to be 6.0s. They're going to be antiques, them bad boys. Look at that. So I've got here, I've got some big hooks. With they're probably a bit big. I will have them 5.0s out of there though. I don't know if I've got enough of them. Yeah. So I'm going to use a 5.0 on the top, and then on the bottom I've got a 5.0. So we're going Viravas. It's nice to know Medway Tackle I've just started stocking these as well. They should be there by now. I was there working the other day when the rep came in, so now they stock Viravas hooks and Cedra, which is great. Also I've got to go and see Medway Tackle because I put my other rod out, and the one with the eye missing, and basically the tip eye, the ceramic fell out the tip eye after I super glue and activated it back on yesterday, which Mickey's going to do his nut because he's got to go try and get it off. So when I finish fishing today, I'm going to have to go to Medway Tackle Supplies, get myself a new eye for the middle because I did keep it but I've lost it, and a new tip eye. Good thing about that is, guys, if Mick's in the shop, they will do it while you wait. He will chuck a tip eye back on, and you can have your rod fully rebuilt as well. They will send it off to Chris Dance, who actually lives down this way somewhere, and you can have your rod fully rebuilt, have a rod rebuilt, buy a brand new Ziplex blank and have it built to the colours that you want. The possibilities are endless. There's 4 and there's 5. So just if you're in my local area, Kent, Medway, you need a rod doing, you don't know where to go, or you need eyes fixed, Medway Tackle Supplies can do it, and they have got most eyes, and I mean most eyes from most brands. Fuji ones, you've got a bite in the middle rod and all, Tina. You need to slow down. Yeah, most eyes, minimas, all sorts, real seats, shrink wrap, anything to build a rod. They've got it in stock as well. So, little shout out for Medway Tackle there. Yeah, so all I do now is chuck this hook on, just get it up and out the line, out the way. Drop that one on the floor. I'll do it like this. I know where I am. People do it differently. Just the way I do it. Drop it on the floor, and I know that I should have 5 hook lengths, so none of them will get lost. Go through the front, because these eyes are slightly bent back, so when you go through the front and you just give it your couple of turns, bring it down to your next hook, it sits nice and straight. Some people like to use shrink wrap. I can't be arsed with all that. You're still getting a bite on that little rod. Excuse the noddy rod and all, guys, it's
charity shop.
You got it from a charity shop?
Yeah.
Fair play.
20 quid.
God, Jesus, they did have you over. You got done in a charity shop. Lovely. Right, that's that. And then we'll go with the big bad boys. Again, people are probably going to go, you're mad using hooks this big. I'm not. Especially if there's a bit, especially for somewhere like Chesil, where there's a bloody good chance there could be a decent roller coming in or a decent bit of surf. And if you've got a fish of a lifetime on, which at Chesil it really could happen, because it's Chesil, it really, really could happen. You want to know that whatever's in its mouth is going to do the job. And well, I know these will do the job. I mean, to be fair, it's actually a bit smaller than what I'd like. I'd probably like some 8/0s, but well, maybe I'll get a little bream or something as well. There's plenty of fish being caught down there, so hopefully. And I would have thought Chesil will be your next video, guys, as well, after this one, providing we get there. Little bit of spit, bite that end and pull that one down. Lovely. It's nice and tight. So there's your hook knot. Trim it down. Leave a little tag end, just that much. As you slide the worm over, it will go over that tag end nicely, and then when it tries to fall back down, it will get stuck. I'm hoping you can see that. I don't even know where my camera's pointing, sorry. Yeah. That will get stuck on there nicely, and then that hook, obviously, will come down to, I don't know, about there, maybe a bit closer, depending on how big the sausages are. And everybody knows I love a big sausage. Right. When T pulls his finger out and reels one of these fish in, we'll bring his back. So guys, I've just watched some of the footage back of the video, and some of it's a little ropey. This was meant to be happening at Dungeness in the middle of the clip. I've already showed some of it. This is what I was talking about. So this is the Yaba Auto. It is a jump starter. It's pretty small, as a jump start goes. It's 9-in-1. Obviously jump starts your car. It will also blow up your tyres, which I did film because I had a flat tyre when I was leaving Dungeness. And I recorded it, but I was using the camera on my head and it doesn't show anything I'm looking at. I was literally recording here and talking about it and doing all this down here and you couldn't see a thing. So there's the jump start part. So that obviously connects to your positive and negative on your battery, and that clips in, that there will clip into that. It's got a light on it. It will also charge your phone, act as a battery bank, and then literally the charger for it to charge this up is just like a normal USB to C type oojamadoobery, so you can charge it anywhere, charge it in the van, charge it in your car, whatever. It's a great, to be fair, it's a great little tool for the price they are. I think they're about 50 quid. Comes with a pair of gloves, comes with all the attachments to the pumps and all that sort of stuff. Obviously I can't show the jump start working because, well, I haven't got a flat battery. But what I will do is I will screw in the air, and I will just put a bit more air in this tyre because I need to change it. It's got a slow puncture and I've been pumping it up for about 2 weeks. I've got a spare on the van, but it's just getting time to go and see Kieran and change it over, because the bar that I've got doesn't work on my wheel nuts. So literally, you turn it on with the on button, and then you put it to the pressure you want, put the air on, put it to the pressure you want, which I've got 51 psi in my van. And then you can whack that bit on there. Like, I'm trying to do this one-handed now because I've got my phone again, not my new camera. Click that on. I'm at 30 psi. Oh, come on, do what you got to do. Oh, I can't remember what I'm doing, to be honest. There she goes. Push it and hold it. Now, it is only tiny, as you can see. A bit bigger than your mobile phone, really. And for such a little thing, it's not too slow either. There you go. I'm not blowing it up all the whole way because we'll be here forever. But that is that. Like I say, it's got a few settings on it, so you can use it as a light, obviously use it as a jump starter. I do plan on, in a future video, I will try and get, when I'm down Kieran's next, hopefully he'll have a car down the garage that's got a flat battery, and we'll try it out. We shall try it and see what it does. What's in these booklets? Anything fun? I will obviously leave the link in the description for this as to where you get it from. I'm pretty certain it just comes from Amazon, through the company. That's where they sell it through. But I've obviously got all the links and stuff to send it. I may even have some discount codes, but I will get it all in the video, and hopefully the other footage of some of the other stuff isn't too bad. So I'm apologising now, guys, if you're watching this video and thinking this is terrible. It will get better for tomorrow, I promise. But it all comes in like a little hard case. It's like the size of a glove box. It's ideal, fits under the seat with all the other stuff in my van. Yeah, right, let's get back to this fishing. Looks like T's got another bass. This is a bit better this time. I've just reeled my rod into nothing at all, just completely bare hooks. So I'll just put loads of lug on, and we're going to send it again. I wouldn't normally use, well, no, I probably would normally use baits that big. That's better, mate, isn't it?
Better than the last one. Better
than the last one. Now get in there. We want a sizable one. So if we get a sizable bass today, it will be going home for our old man, the miserable old git. Love you, really, if you're watching. Just make that a bit smaller. Send that in there. That'll do. And then send it. The wind's picking up. It's choppy around the other side of the point. To be fair, this is not cod weather. It's pretty warm, so there's a bit of blow. But the choppy water around there would have been nice, but that would be in your face, and I ain't into all that. Definitely not. Well, she blows. Bit of an overrun. You meant to stop it, but looking up into the sun is hard work. It's never going to blow up massively because I have the reels running quite slow, because I say I'm not a brilliant caster. Just get the few loops out and she'll be right as rain. There she blows. Spot on. How you getting on, mate? You struggling? Right. Let's get that back on the old rest. Give him a hand. Get this bass back, and I'll see you. Well, slightly slack line. couple of little knocks. Definitely a fish there, but there's every chance it could be a dog. Oh, I don't know actually. Don't know if there is a fish there now, you know. It felt heavy when I first started reeling. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. I don't think there is, you know. I think I may have missed it. Yeah, no, I'm not sure there's a fish there at all. Lovely day though. It's definitely not cod fishing weather, that's for sure. No, nothing. Bare hooks. Definitely had a few knocks though, but nothing to make me jump up and grab it, you know. It's pretty quiet. We could do with a little bit more. We could definitely do with a little bit more chop. If I'm honest, I thought the water would still be a bit dirty as well, because we've obviously had southwesterly winds the last couple of days, and we got in here for lug. We're not doing so great here because they're getting a bit warm in the sun. Yeah, we've obviously had southwesterly winds for the last couple of days, so I thought it'd be a little bit more dirty than what it is. But hey ho. God, that'd have been nice, wrapped up that one. Nice big fat chunky one. Slightly smaller bait, see what that does. Don't get me wrong, if there's a lot of them small bass out there like what T had earlier, the smaller one, they're I would have thought they'd struggle to get on these hooks. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure they will still manage it, but it's not like if I had a flapper rig out there jumping on it. But we might get one of them on one of T's rods in a minute, see if we can pick up a fish. Different rig, it might work, it might not. Got a bit of weed in the tip eye, all that come off when I cast. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Right, I'm going to watch this one now. Gosh. No more of that bird's nesty stuff. So my jobs are today, get this rod rebuilt again, as I said earlier, at Medway Tackle Supplies, because this ring's completely missing. This one's lost its tip, which I need to try and crack that off, because I sort of literally last night I pulled this out of the shed and the top eye just had tape on it, so I super glued and activated it. Oh yeah, there it is. Broke it off. So I'll get a new top eye for that and get that one glued on later, and then see if we got one for that, and I'll just tape that one on. Splendid. Tell you got bare hooks and all. It's very very strange. Must be loads and loads of little fish out there pecking away at it, you know. But yeah, we'll keep going. We've got a couple more hours yet. Could have done with some newspaper, because I would have started wrapping some of this, because some of this is just still bloody good lug. To be fair, that one will probably be alright in water. Here mate, take a handful. Take what you need. Good lad. That one's gone. But yeah, most of them are gone. Most of them are blown. Now before I go home, I will squeeze out whatever guts are left of them on the beach, and then wrap them in newspaper and just roll them up and use them tomorrow with the fresh outs that we've got. Yeah, that water's still pretty cool. I have got another bottle of water here that I shall take home with me tonight and put it in the fridge or this afternoon, and then I'll change the water on them worms again this evening. And then, as I said, Maddie Man's going digging this afternoon, and he's going to get some fresh water so we can change them again in the morning on the way, because it's, well, in my van doing 70, it's 3.5 hours to get to Chesil. We'll change before we go, and then that will be it. That will be them. Whatever's left of them we will use up whenever. But made some rigs for tomorrow. Yeah, just going to sit back and enjoy the sun. It's nice. It's a nice day. And even though I still haven't caught anything, it's not getting on my nerves yet. I didn't think today would be the most productive day. And as long as we don't start catching white and dogfish, then I'm quite happy to just sit here and chill out. Massive, massive slack liner on mine. Didn't give a bite though, it just went absolutely slack. Oh, that was a big slack liner, that. I don't know if it just pulled out the ground with a tide, but I'm hoping that was a fish. This might be a waste of recording here. Nah, there's a fish. What is it though? Is it a dog? Is it a dog? I hope it ain't a dog. Hopefully it's a bass or a cod. I'm obviously praying for the codling, but I don't care if the codling is 2 inches long. I reckon it's going to be a dogfish. Don't be a dog. No, it just took a lunge, took another lunge. It's giving an account for itself. What we got? It is a lovely little bass. Come on, up you come, up you come, up you come. Yes! That's the one we wanted, boys and girls. Oh, that's beautiful, that is. That is absolutely stunning. My old man will be happy, because that'll be his dinner. Oh, do you know what? You're hooked well enough. Hooked in the bottom lip. That's what we wanted, boy. That's a good fish, that. That is a good fish. You ain't sound 2-0 anymore, are you? Well, you can jog right on.
Just because it's like they're bigger than both my fish put together, right? It's still 2-0.
That is exactly what we wanted, boys and girls. That's a lovely fish, that one. Absolutely lovely fish. And I'll never take any fish home, but this one we're going to take home for the old man. Because he's a lovely size. Let me just get his stones out of my trainer. I'll get him unhooked. Yeah, it's a cracking fish. It's got to be 50 centimetres. Don't flap about on me. Stop doing that. It's being a proper ass. There we go. That there is a stunning, stunning bass. Come on, get that dorsal fin up. Look at that goblet. Absolutely nailed my worms. Beautiful. Right, guys. We're covered in bass poo. Oh well. Right, we'll bring this back. Just on another note, a very quick another shout out to Hayden and Ken for the amazing worms for today. They couldn't have been better. So, and I'm sure my old man will be very pleased with you too as well. So thank you very, very much. And to Darren, but I know Darren's been out getting blacks and stuff. So no, I appreciate it, boys. Thank you very much. Thanks very much indeed. There's birds out there diving. You can't see them on this camera. I don't know. For those of you that watch my scrap channel, you know that I've got a new camera. I've got a DJI action thingy majiggy that goes on my head. Can go on a tripod, can go on your body strap, can do whatever. But I thought it might be better for you guys to have a proper camera, GoPro type thing, rather than just keep using my phone all the time. So I've been using it on the scrap channel now for a few weeks. But this is like the first time I've been sea fishing since the Cornwall trip. So I've been carp fishing a few times, don't get me wrong, but this is the first time I've been sea fishing. So this week is dedicated to sea fishing. And if more and more cod show up, then I'll fish more for the cod for the winter. It's not a problem at all, but I just don't like fishing in the winter for whiting. It just drives me insane. I will be having a trip up north this year, probably up to the Humber or Whitby again for the cod at some point, I would have thought. But we'll wait a couple more months and see what happens there. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring this back for that. but again, it's a stunning old day. Just wish this water was a little bit dirtier, and there may be a few more fish about. But as it's nearly high water, it's definitely clearing it. It's still filthy, dirty. It's still brown, but it's not chocolate like what I thought it would have been after the wind we've had today. Round the other side, it might be a bit dirty, but yeah, it's not all that great at the minute. Maybe when the tide turns and starts going out, we might find a bit of dirty water, but we'll see. Just had another lovely slack liner. Matey boy down there's got a fish, T, by the looks of it and all. Just literally looked up and said to T, the tide is running now, it's running nice. Just before high water, we're getting the last bit of run. And then I was watching that fella down there. And T obviously see the bite. Another slack. But with the winds picking up, and with the tide run, anything that can pull that lead out the ground would have made this go slack. Oh, hello. This is another bass, I reckon. Sorry if you're getting wind noise. I'm not quite used to the new camera yet, with the wind and stuff. It's got to be a bass. There's the lead. Oh, it's another lovely fish. Get it over that lump, T, don't get wet feet. Oh, that's even bigger, I reckon. Oh, it is even bigger. That one will go back though, we've got one for the table, that's all we need. What a fish. Yeah, that's definitely bigger. Definitely bigger. What would you say, T? Bigger? Yeah, it's definitely bigger, isn't it? Definitely bigger. Caught on the top hook, nicely in the scissors. That weren't getting off. Try and be gentle, because this one, I'm just going to get a couple of pictures of this one, guys, and then it can go back. No, come on, mate, calm yourself. I'm going to get that hook out of there. Please stop it. Please calm yourself down. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to hurt me either. Right, that's that out of there. Well, come here. That there's another cracking bass. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. Lovely. Well, I'm going to get T to get some pictures and then I'm going to release it. I'll show you it. Now then, guys, there's no need to be greedy. We've got a decent fish for the table already, so this one can go back. I know there's a limit and we can take 2 a day each, but there's no need. I'm just hoping this one's going to swim away nicely. Oh, he'll go. Calm yourself, mate, calm yourself. One more wave. Here, mate, there you go. Go on, swim away. Swim away for me. Here he is. He's fighting strong. Go on. That's it. Go on, little dude. Yeah, he's kicking. He's kicking. Gone. Get in. Oh, it's turned out to be a cracking little session. For me. Was that 2-all? Both of mine are man-sized fish. Man-sized fish. Happy days. Right, I'm going to get this baited up, send it again. It's high water now, so let's see a few more. So, I had number 2. Maddie Man was on the phone, wanting to know how big it was. And T's just sitting bite number 3. This one's gone down tide. Tide's definitely turned. This one feels could also be an half decent fish, to be fair. Could also be an half decent fish. Lovely. It's nothing to do with my angling skills, it's all down to the bait. So thanks again to my bait diggers. Yeah, it's another bass, another good bass as well. Another sizable one, that's for sure. Not, yeah, look at that. Up you come, son, up you come. Not as big, Well, it's probably just about as sizable. We'll take it. Oh look, lovely hooked as well. I'm hoping you can see it. I'm hoping the camera's all right. We're not going to muck about with this one too long. Right, you can get that stone out your mouth. You don't need that. Let's get this one straight back. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go, little dude, go. No mucking about from that one. Gone. Enjoy your day. Right, more lug work. Let's get going. Let's get going. It's about time you pulled your finger out, T. Well, it's good to know I can still catch sea fish. Better this than that carp fishing malarkey.
I was going to say, it's nice to know you ain't gone full carpy.
No, I can still catch fish with the rest of them, mate. But what matters is I'll catch a cod tomorrow at Chesil, because if I don't catch a cod tomorrow at Chesil, everything's for sale. In fact, when I say for sale, you've all seen my rods and reels. If anyone needs any bean poles or any things to hold their tomato plants up, then you're more than welcome to them, because that's about all they're good for. No, listen, I see obviously a lot of people. I know obviously, ouch, that hook in my finger didn't hurt, not at all. I know obviously a lot of people like using the nice stuff and looking after the gear, and there really isn't anything wrong with that. The way I look at it is, these are just my tools, and well, none of you wipe down your hammer when you put it back in your toolbox, do you, before you go home from work? So that's just the way I look at it. Oh no, that's going to get wrapped up later, because some of these, right, that is the next bass bait. I'll show you exactly what I've been doing. Look, they're getting a bit mank now, some of these, but that's absolutely fine, because as you've seen, it's still catching the fish. So all I'm doing is literally loading these hooks up. Now I know when you're in a normal fishing situation, you might only take a couple of score with you, so you're not going to have this many lug. But T, I don't know, it might just be the wind on your banana. I mean your rod. I shouldn't take the piss. He's got all the eyes on his rod, and I haven't. So, yeah, in a normal fishing situation, you probably wouldn't use this many lug, because this is like a $5's worth of lug. But as I've got them, I'm using them. And I should only be doing the same tomorrow for the cod. That one can go back in the drink, because that will do. Nice big ugly bait, 2 big hooks in it. And that is all you need. I am going to trim them little bits of tow off. Job's a good one. Job is a good one. And there we have it. On my pulley rig. Up she blows. Just going to swing this over the top of T's rods. Something literally jumped out there, just to the left of my rod. I bet there's garfish out there. We've seen birds diving. I bet there's garfish, because the water's I think the water's too dirty for mackerel. I will say, I think what is helping me possibly catch a few more big ones than T is that I am getting a little bit further out, but it's not much. There's not much in it, to be fair. There really ain't much in it. As we all know, I'm not an expert caster. Anyway. Moving on, I better ring Maddie Man back. But guys, that there is my cue to leave. It is, it's been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, that means go home. We don't like these. No. Oh, it got me and all. Little shizen. There's loads of bait fish out there, because there's plenty of birds diving. They're diving all over the bay. Right there, I don't know if you see it on the camera. See you later, mate. No, the real reason we're going home, guys, is because weed has turned up. Look, it's a pain. It's an absolute pain. So yeah, that's the end of that. Guys, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are new, even if you're not new and you haven't subscribed, I am less than 100 subscribers away now from 20,000 subs. It's taken its time to get there, but I haven't done as many videos as I should have done over the last couple of months, well, year or so. So if you are new or if you haven't subscribed, please do. It doesn't cost anything. If you're watching on your TV, quickly whack your phone out your pocket and just quickly subscribe for me, Fish Hunter UK. It would mean the absolute world, not just to me, but the boys that have been on the channel as well. T's been on it over the years, obviously Steve and all the others, Sam and Matt back in the day, Simon, loads of us. Like, we've all had a bloody good laugh doing it as well. And yeah, just to hit the 20k would be pretty magical. Especially 20k. Reason being, I don't know if you know, but the O2 Arena holds 20,000 people, and I was there last year. My daughter was doing a concert there, and on the way out, she was saying about how many people were there, and we looked it up, and it is 20,000. I said, well, one day when I've got 20,000 subscribers, all my subscribers will be able to fit in the O2 Arena. Now, I know compared to a lot of other YouTube channels, 20,000 is a drop in the ocean, but it just means a lot to me, you know. So if you could, that would be amazing. And if you're interested in the jump pack that you saw earlier on, the link is down in the description. The jump pack /pump/ phone charger / whatever else it does. I think we're there. Taking the line off one of my reels because it needs relining for tomorrow. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, and hopefully in the next few days there will be a Chesil Beach cod video. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully we'll see some cod. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everyone.